Dude, I miss Mexican food. I haven't had it in a while.
Why? Because the restaurants are closed?
No, I just haven't had it in a while. It's completely my fault.
Could have been the 3 or 4 6-packs. I don't know.
I'm not small. Hey, good over there, dude?
Well, hi, everybody. Yes. I like beer. I'll probably choose beer over any day of the week.
Wasn't that a party?
Alright, let's go in 3, in 2, and 1. Let's get her started. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Slightly Buzzed Podcast. My name's Tim.
I'm Nick.
And we got Kyle in the back and the 1s and 2s, making sure this thing's running nice and smooth. So we've been throwing around the idea to have a podcast for a while now. I figured it was time, you know.
Took some, we quarantined, made a move on it, got a lot of time on our hands, and here we are. So
Yeah, we're gonna do exactly what we do on a daily basis. We're gonna drink a couple beers and we're gonna try some new stuff and
shoot the shit, of course.
Yeah, we're gonna
because that's what we're good at.
So, we are good at that. We're going to try a bunch of different beers, and we're going to let you guys know what we're drinking so you can drink along with us. We're going to give some reviews.
Yep.
We're going to talk about pop culture.
Yep.
We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about life.
We're gonna talk about a lot of things. Is what we're trying to get at here. Beer is going to be first and foremost.
I think we're always going to start off with beer.
Yep.
And I mean, it's called Slightly Buzzed for a reason, right?
Let's get slightly buzzed, bud. What do you say we have a beer?
Buzzed. So the inaugural.
Yeah, let's have a beer.
First beer.
First
Give
beer.
it a shot.
Let's see.
So what do we got today? Kyle, what'd you pick us up?
Today I picked you up Great Lakes Brewing Co.'s award-winning Dortmunder Gold Lager.
We're right here on a beautiful morning in Cleveland, Ohio.
Nice.
This beer won the 1990 gold medal for the Great American Beer Festival.
That's a lead.
90?
Yeah, this guy's been around for a while.
Great
Just
Lakes
because
Brewing
it's
knows
old
what
doesn't
to
mean
do.
it's not good.
Is it just me, or is this bottle tall? Taller than normal.
Yeah, dude, you're
Is
not
it?
wrong. That's crazy.
It's got a cool...
Great Lakes Brewing Company out of Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh.
And it's chilly.
Well, boys, looks like we need a bottle opener for this one, so we'll do the honors here. Here's that one. Oh, pressure's on. Smola. Usually I toss your beer, but today I think I'm going to have to pop your top for you, huh, Chief?
Not the first time he's popped your top, won't be the last.
Yes, I don't like that.
Looky there.
Thanks.
Looky there. I don't think he's mad about it.
For all you got that, look at that. They got the gold medal right on the front. They know.
Yeah.
For all you
Keep it
boys
simple.
and girls at home, it's never a bad idea to keep a bottle opener on the keychain.
Never hurts.
Because let's be honest, if you're somewhere, hopefully your car's with you. Well, I guess that's always up for debate depending on the situation.
I just want to make it clear, Slightly Buzzed does not condone drinking and
Driving.
driving. First and foremost.
Stay in your lane, people.
Don't listen to this kid.
100%.
But yeah,
But still, think about it. You got
let's-
your house keys on you?
We know what
House
you meant.
keys. Yes,
we know
house
what you
keys.
meant.
Exactly.
came off a little rough.
Yeah, work on the.
Everybody's
way
a
to say
critic
it.
these days, so we're just trying to cover all the bases.
But yeah, let's give this a sip.
How's she smell? I just like when he smells the beer.
You suck, dude.
Yeah, this is a new one. I've never had this
I
one.
think it smells like an average lager.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't smell like too much.
Take a sip.
Nothing special, but
I'm gonna be honest, my first taste, for whatever reason, I enjoy beers that have like a more of a bitter profile.
well, you're gonna love this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. First taste, I'm a big fan.
That is bitter.
Ooh.
Easy there, Super Chief.
Not bad.
You gotta
Get-
grab it at the base and
Getting
then do
used
that.
to these, huh?
We're still getting used to the mic setup. We decided to make an investment.
Yeah. So you guys better watch. Better tell your friends to watch, so we can at least.
So
make
we
our
can
money
justify
back.
this
Aggressive.
purchase.
You guys gotta watch, or we're gonna have some issues. No.
I don't know. What are we doing with here? We got 5.8 for the alcohol by volume.
A little high for a lager. Pretty sure a lager's
Definitely.
usually hovering around 5.
Yeah, for reference, what
5%.
Budweiser's 5%. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. So on the website, Great Lakes Brewing suggests that you try this beer with salads, fish, chicken, or
I could see fish,
I could see fish.
perch, like a nice perch,
Yeah.
maybe some
Yeah.
salmon.
Or
pretty much any social function.
yeah.
I was gonna say, what
Oh,
if
is
you
that
just-
what they
That's what it says. Yeah.
I really gotta
They
say
know what
that.
they're
That's
doing.
good. Yeah. They're just like, we don't want to limit to anything. If you like it, drink it.
Yeah,
I'm just like, cheers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good beer. I'm not the biggest fan of just light beers in general as far as like going out of my way to try something new. I think most lagers are pretty much in the same vicinity. They don't all taste the same, but I think for me it's one of those things where excuse me, you got a lager, it's gonna be as high as like a 7.5 and as low as a 5. Like you're not gonna get anything special, but you're not gonna get anything bad. I could see this being on the upper echelon of lagers from how it tastes to me, but do I think it's like up there in some of my favorite beers of all time? No.
Probably not. Somebody hands it to me and
It's
I can
tasty,
drink
though.
it. Yes, because let's be honest, alcohol's great. Free alcohol, even better. So
Like if this is on special at a bar for like $2.50,
I'm drinking it.
I'm hammering that. But
Jesus Christ, $2.50 of these? Oh,
That'd be.
I certainly
I mean-
wouldn't be driving home.
there we go.
All your
There's Nick
curious-
Covey's official
nearby.
endorsement.
Uber, Lyft, any
But,
DD
like-
services want to sponsor the show, we're all about it.
It tastes good, but it's just to me like a bitter Budweiser, you know.
Sure. Nah, it's got more
Wow.
like it's weird, but I almost get like a molasses type aftertaste.
I was gonna say, it's got like.
The aftertaste is nowhere near Budweiser. That's what's big for Budweiser for me. So like I get what you're saying to an extent, but it's almost like a I don't know. It's a unique taste. I like it a lot. I guess there's a good reason why it won. You know, however long ago it did. When was that date? What was that?
1990.
1990.
Yeah.
I wasn't even.
What was
You
Great
were
Lakes?
born. You were born, but I wasn't there yet.
No, I wasn't. For those who listen to this.
Yeah, Tim's actually the same age as me. How does that work? I'm like, what, on camera, maybe 12?
Maybe you're pushing it.
Pushing it.
On camera, I'm maybe 35.
Holy smokes. Tim, I'm gonna guess your question was, when was Great Lakes Brewing started?
Yeah.
1988. So they came out 2 years later with a gold medal winning
So this
beer.
is
That's
This was-
electric,
yeah.
dude.
This
Oh my
was probably one of their flagship brews then.
Probably was.
gosh. How come? Well, I've never seen it.
That's true.
That's
I was sitting there.
your fault.
Quarantine's got us doing random things. So my big thing is I like to get out and go drive around and just like stop at the gas station, just because like they're essential businesses, so they're open. Stop in, grab a pack of seeds, mosey around. You never know what you're gonna find at a
Just
gas station
mosey
half the
around.
time. Bang! I was just like, you know what? That might be a good beer for the podcast day. I've never seen it before. It's Great Lakes Brewing Company. It's Michigan-based
So-
brew. Like, let's give it a go.
Ohio-based brew.
Oh, really?
It's from Cleveland.
Oh, sometimes you just get kicked in the knockers and you're not even expecting it.
Yeah, we're the Great Lakes state, so.
Ohio's like, we have Lake Erie, and we're just like, doesn't count.
well, Lake Erie's elite. If you love
Not Lake Erie's the good kind.
toxin-induced.
As I say, if you're trying to grow a third toe or maybe a few extra extremities, Lake Erie's the place to be.
Did you just say third toe? You got two
Yeah, how many
toes?
toes you got, dude?
I'm saying trying to grow a third toe.
How many toes?
I hope you have a
We
third
heard
toe.
you. There's 10 toes, I hope, on your feet.
Oh, third big toe, yeah.
Jeez.
Wow. I stand corrected. Boys, these things hit. For a moment there.
That's great.
Who knows? Maybe you got a third nipple going.
Sure,
Oh my
but
gosh.
but I know they've got the Emma Fitzgerald Porter.
Yep.
I'm for some reason, a Great Lakes shipping nerd.
Tim's like, life is short. Boats are cool.
Boats are cool, 100%. But they've got that Great Lakes Porter that I've had a couple times. That's pretty good.
I think Great Lakes they have, one thing I think they do extremely well is like their branding of their beers.
They also have an amber.
Yeah.
They have a lot of beers, man.
Yeah.
I like
I'm just talking
Ambers
about
a lot. Ambers
Ambers
are
are
really
delicious.
good. Like they've really gone up my
Delicious.
list in terms of beers that I enjoy having. Like that Alaskan Amber's really good.
Alaskan Amber's beautiful.
Yeah. And there's a few other handful of beers that are Ambers that I can't think of off the top of my head because I have a terrible memory. But at the same time, too, if I'm drinking, I'm probably not going to remember a whole lot.
Yeah.
Blurry
That's
nights.
fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong there.
I think that's why for a beer company you have to have a great label because you're going to be like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't remember the name of that beer, but that looks familiar.
The interesting thing about the beer market, and I think the beer that we're going to be focusing on in this podcast, if I had to take a guess, we're going to focus around mostly microbrews or something like Great Lakes or Bell's.
Yeah, we're going to try and
Stuff
give like
that's-
a voice to beers that maybe don't have like a huge audience.
Yeah, and I think that is one of the things that are really cool about these microbreweries. They work with local artists.
Yeah.
They work with people who are surrounded in the environments that, or in the communities that they're based out of, and they're like, hey, let's get this thing going and
Try and give it some roots.
it makes
which I think
something
is
really
important.
cool. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of cool branding going on with these microbreweries, and I think it's something for the communities to have a little sense of pride in. I'm not
Absolutely.
gonna lie, like even in South Line here, I'm like, yeah, we got Witch's Hat.
We got
Witch's
Witch's
Hat's
Hat,
pretty
right
damn
up the
cool.
road we got Draft Horse. I mean, I got to imagine there's probably, but within like a 15 square mile radius, there's probably close to 20 different breweries you can hit.
What's that group you're a part of where you guys go try the different beers?
Oh yeah, so me and my girlfriend Kirsten, shouts out Kirsten. We've been doing this thing called Tagabrew for a while now, and it's pretty much all these microbreweries. I want to say Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, and maybe a couple in Illinois.
This is a good beer, man. I'm not gonna boo him.
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, I'm a little biased, I guess.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Fuck the Buckeyes. But there's this. So each one of these microbreweries you can go to, they have these little like copper tags, and there's an app on your phone, and you can go to. There's like 250 different microbreweries in the area that have these little tags. I think we're somewhere around like 35, 40 that we visited. And they have a couple meet and greets every once in a while where people get together at a certain bar. Excuse me.
That Chipotle's kicking your ass over
Kicking
there.
my ass.
Oh
You're
my
not
goodness.
wrong. But yeah, there's a couple meet and greets. But it's a really cool way to get out, enjoy all these different things, go out, get a beer or two, snag a growler for when you get home, and kind of just experience these different environments that each microbrew to me has like a really cool, a really interesting vibe. Yeah, like they all have their little own thing. Some of them, they got darts. Some of them.
I was gonna say, when you walk in, you can totally tell what it's gonna be about. Like some of them are very like kind of rustic themed. Like bring your own food, do whatever you gotta do. Like
Yeah.
bring your family. Like you try and make it like, just like very consumer centric in a way, but
It's
like
cool.
still gives you the opportunity to try beer if you're into beer.
And I'm not saying every microbrewery you go to, like you're getting a beer that's going to be phenomenal. Because I mean, a lot of these guys, they're
Definitely had a
companies,
few
they're
beers here and there where I'm just like, what'd you guys do?
yeah, but
What
that's
happened?
kind of the beauty of it. They're
100%.
small businesses finding their way
Yep.
and finding different little nuances. And even if you go to the same one a couple times, like there's just one in Ann Arbor I like a lot called Townies, and they had the same beer for the past 2 years, but they were pretty much established 2 years ago. And over those 2 years, they've slowly tweaked and changed the ingredients to it. And now it was good when I got it. I tried it the first time, but the last time I had it, it was phenomenal. Like it's cool to see these little places really pop off with some high quality products.
I think for myself too, like a big part of this show that I'm like proud of the fact that we're doing this is how many times have I found myself, and I'm sure many others, standing in a beer aisle, just sitting there like, well, I want to try something new, but I don't even know what to choose. So like, just kind of going through, picking a beer we haven't had before, sitting down, trying it, giving a good solid review on how we feel about it, just kind of gives it more information for you guys. If you guys are like, well, I don't know what to try next. Just
Yeah.
I've definitely I've seen myself in those shoes, so.
It's the fun of this podcast. I
Oh,
think it's an
100%.
excuse to try new beers. And we're probably gonna. Oh my gosh, that should pull it. I think we are probably gonna have some beers on the show that we've already tried before.
100%.
Because why not have a beer a second time
Well,
if it tastes
because-
good the first time?
I was just saying because we liked it.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So-
maybe everyone watching hasn't actually had it. So
Yeah,
if we can
That's
make
the
a
other thing too.
recommendation.
We've had a lot of beers.
I'm gonna say we're professionals.
Yeah.
There's
At the very least,
Semi-pro.
semi-pro. At the very least, semi-pro.
we are so
Nope, not
semi
for okay, pass it back. No, you're coming back at you.
straight some Will
Jack
Ferrell
Miller.
action, baby. Yeah, I would say we're the definition of semi-pro drinkers, but yeah, we're gonna
Tim's
have
team
a good-
captain.
drink y'all
I'm sorry.
asses under the
He's
table.
he's coach, player, and coordinator of the halftime show.
That's gonna be a rough halftime show. But yeah, after after sitting on this for a while, It's definitely grown. I mean, I didn't think I was as big of a fan of the bitterness as I am now.
No, dude, it
I
keeps
think-
you going. Like, it keeps you looking forward to each sip.
Yeah,
Like, you don't get
it's-
sick of the taste. That's
Yeah.
my big thing on it.
The front end's pretty smooth, and
Yeah.
I think that's the issue with a lot of these. The chase for IPAs right now to just throw as many hops in there as possible and just to be as bitter as possible.
Yeah.
I think we finally maybe turned the corner in the craft brew community.
It definitely gets a little bit excessive. I will say this, like I said earlier, like I do enjoy a bitter beer because it doesn't leave too much. Like a bitter beer, like you might not like. Some people might not like the taste of a bitter beer, but for me, what it is the taste dissipates quickly, so you're not sitting there with it on your palate as you sip it, so you don't get sick of the taste. Like it dissipates quickly, so each sip is like you're experiencing it again. It's
Yeah.
not like an extended stay. So, I think that's what hits them home for me personally. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but
I mean, I like a bitter beer as long as it's a good bitter beer. I know that sounds super subjective, but
yeah.
I think
You're
I've
like,
had it.
What do you mean? It's
like
good
you
and
talk
bitter?
about-
Yes, exactly.
I mean, when we talk about bitter beers, there are some that are phenomenal, and there's some that work and do exactly what they're supposed to do, but there's also some that just take it over the top, in my opinion. And I think there was a movement that made that happen. But I think we're kind of reverting away from that now, thankfully.
Some beers just kind of take it too far. Like you get a little bit too hoppy, or like
Yeah.
that whole trend. Sure, I can like appreciate those beers for sure. There's some of them that I do genuinely enjoy, but I can't drink them all the time. It's kind of just like one of those deals. If it's there, I'm probably gonna drink it. I'm not necessarily gonna go out of my way to have it, but at the same time too, I respectively like a beer that tends to take a more bitter route. So
Yeah, I definitely can't take anything too sweet.
sure,
I mean, I'm not going to be out here drinking.
unless it's a stout, because for some reason stouts just kind of hit different.
Ooh.
Whatever reason, I don't know why.
A nice little dessert stout.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Stop.
A lot of them, dude, a dessert stout, peanut butter, whatever that oatmeal one was, or the donut.
Donut stout from Blake's Cider Company.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a shot. See, I can't do ciders though.
No,
Ciders
too
are way
sweet.
too sweet for
Way
me.
too. Yeah,
They
my
upset
stomach gets upset.
Yeah.
For sure. I agree. But I mean, at the end, that's my take personally on this beer here. Pretty good all the way through.
I think it's a solid beer.
Yeah, I definitely like it. I'm excited to keep drinking it throughout the podcast here.
Yeah.
So, we are, Tim, I don't know if you've noticed, dude, but we're not 6 feet apart right now. Some might claim that's an issue, but, like, I love you, dude, so I'm going to let it slide.
Hey man, you jump, I jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Kyle's 6 feet from us.
I might have to jump to get eye level,
Absolute
but
poser.
yeah, Kyle took an extended, like,
Kyle's
extended
playing
release
smart.
on that one, yeah. He's like, 6 feet? Nah.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
mean,
Tim just ate Chipotle, I'm pushing it at least 15.
Yeah, I'm not-
it had nothing to do with COVID-19.
Something
He was
different I'm
like,
worried about.
hey, this man ate Chipotle too. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, is that a gas leak?
Oh my lord.
That's messed up. But anyways, yeah, like we are in a moment in time right now. I
It's weird,
think
man.
it is going to shape the next. I mean, every generation generally has a pretty big catalytic event.
Catastrophic.
No, I'm thinking about like
Catalytic?
catalytic.
Influential, nonetheless. I mean, just like catalytic. What? Like
Yeah.
A
catalyzing
catalyst,
something?
catalytic. Is that the correct-
Cataclysmic.
Cataclysmic. There we go. That's the word.
I was like,
I'm
are
not
you
even joking.
speeding the process up
Cataclysmic.
here? What's going on? Yeah.
A word or
Yeah, it's also
an
a
event
word.
that changes and defines every generation. Millennials had 9/11. Boomers had World War II. Before that, World War
What
One.
about Generation X? The Gulf War? Oil crisis?
Yeah, I mean, I'd still put 9/11
In
mostly.
that category?
Yeah. So I mean, I think we're technically Generation X. We're not millennial. Millennial ends at 95.
I thought
Yeah,
we were Gen
100%.
Z, not Gen X.
I thought Gen X is below us, to be honest. I think
Gen X was below Millennial. It was Gen X, Millennial, and then Gen Z.
Well, they'll have theirs in 15, 20 years then.
Maybe I'm wrong on that.
I don't know.
'Cause I know its cutoff is 96, technically.
95
for
or
millennials.
96, yeah.
It's millennials for 96.
What we
Looks
got?
like we're Gen Z.
We're Gen Z.
Ooh.
Yeah, marketing class is paying off, yeah.
Bro.
Shout out
Gen
that-
X, Gen X is below us.
Shout out that student
It
debt.
is now a Gen Y. Gen X was the baby burst from 65 to 79, followed by
I was gonna say, so I'm pretty sure my
Zennials.
mom's a
So
Gen Xer.
Gen X is boomers?
Yeah.
Or is boomer
No.
before? No, boomer was
So-
post World War II.
well, they call it the baby bust, so it's following the boomers,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So-
So,
Oh, yeah.
boomers, then bust.
Boomers,
So
60,
we got boomers, then we got Gen X,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got
Millennials.
millennials.
And then
not
we
quite. They call it Zennials from 75 to 85.
Well,
I actually have never heard
fuck
of
those
that.
guys.
Neither have I. I've never heard that
We
either.
don't.
Hey, my mom falls in that category.
Well, damn. Just kidding, Iverson. Dad, I love you. This is tough.
Shouts out Carrie.
The best. But anyways,
Forever scared.
so yeah, I think this is the event that's kind of going to shape our generation moving forward. I think every major generation in America's history has had an event at this time in our lives, early 20s. And I don't think that COVID-19 is as terrible as a world war. Don't get me wrong, or as trying
People
as
are
a world
definitely
war.
going to die and be
But-
affected by it, but
Yeah.
war is a
Tough.
whole different, like...
They're just different.
Yeah.
They're very different.
Very
Yeah.
different. But I think this
This is an invisible war, dude, okay?
Yeah, and this is the thing that's going to open up a lot of our eyes. I know it has for me because we kind of view life as this thing. We all are graduating college now. We're getting our career jobs. And I think this is the one that's like, oh, maybe this isn't going to go just the way we thought it was.
Yeah.
And I was saying we all haven't had individual events in our life that has formed that opinion as well. But I think this one on a societal scale is the first one. I mean, we were a little too young for the market crash in 08-09, the housing bubble. We were a little too young. We may have seen our parents get affected by it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
but-
definitely have, like, a lot of, like, you're right, like, experiencing it to the extent that we're experiencing this now and the potential economic ramifications that are preceding us, or is preceding the right word, or that are lying ahead. I don't think we were aware of what that was like in 08 and 09. I mean, I definitely remember it being an issue
Yeah,
and
yeah,
understanding
100%.
that it was an issue, but I don't think I'm interested to see how this plays out here in the next 6 to 8 months. My general concern is how long is this actually going to last? I understand we have time frames that we're ideally looking at, but I don't think you cannot say for sure how long it's going to be.
I mean, from what I've heard, we're looking at like 6 months at least until
Right.
stuff gets
And that's
back to almost normal.
That's pretty generic. But they say what I've read lately is that once fall, like mid to late fall rolls around, they say that they're expecting another wave of it to come through and hit hard. Like they say that like the summer could very easily have a positive effect on the amount of people that are affected by it because of UV rays,
And
like
when you say
radiation.
positive, you mean a decrease. Make sure
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure. That's what
I'd
exactly.
work
What I mean. Thank you for clarifying that. But then, as fall comes around and things start to get a little bit chillier out, they say that they are fully expecting it to ramp back up again. And what the FDA is the one who approves all the vaccines.
Well, that's the thing. I really think the game changer will be a vaccine.
Yeah,
That's
for
gonna
sure.
be-
But how long does it take to get a vaccine approved?
I mean, most of the time it's a couple of years, right?
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure it's
They'll
like.
expedite it though. They'll try to
Sure.
expedite
The other thing,
And they did that with tests already. The rapid test through Abbott.
yeah, the thing that I guess I don't want to make, I'm not trying to make light of the severity of this COVID-19. That's not what I'm trying to do. I understand severity of it. And I understand that it spreads a lot quicker than the common flu. But right now, from my understanding, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I'm fairly certain, like, death rates aren't that much worse. And at what point does the societal impact outweigh the, the overall, like, right now we're in quarantine. Like, how long does that last? If they're expecting another one to come in,
Yeah, I mean,
Do we
they just
continue
extended
it?
it by a
And-
month. So how many?
like,
how many
at
months
what
can you justify?
point do we? Yeah, at what? How long can we justify it?
Sure.
Well, let me
And-
ask you a question that you're saying that. I was talking with my buddy Ethan earlier.
Shouts
What-
out.
Shouts out
Let's-
Ethan serving in the United States Army.
Fuck yeah! Coming again to save the motherfucking day, yeah!
That man, definitely not that cool, but like we like him.
Nah, that
screw
guy sucks.
Screw that guy.
And have fun in Oklahoma. We love you, buddy.
All right. So what I was gonna say was, what has changed and what will change in the upcoming months that would make going out of quarantine logical if we started a quarantine a few weeks ago. What I mean by that is, if the rates of infection and the rates of like the fatality rates are still going up, why would you get out of quarantine?
I'm not saying you get out of quarantine. What I'm saying is, at what point?
At what point do golf courses decide that they are allowed to be
Nah,
open? Because golfing, you can maintain a reasonable social distance. Maybe you just set a rule saying don't pull the pin. Play your own
This-
ball. Like,
no,
just
this is-
no
this is-
carts. You gotta walk it. So sorry for all the guys who like to take their sweet goddamn time in their carts from driving around, Yes, that's right. I'm talking about my father. He loses a ball. I promise you that man's looking for it for 20 minutes. This gets all those guys out of there. So, speed of play picks up. Golf courses are open. I'm having a good time. I don't know about you guys.
Okay.
I hate golf. I love golf, but I suck at it, so I hate it. But on like a real note, you have to. I guess what I was trying to get at was when do we outweigh, or what outweighs the overall health of individuals? At what point does the health of an economy weigh out or overweigh the health of a margin, like not a marginal group, but yeah, but like a small group of individuals in the country? I'm not saying I don't know the answer. I'm not
What
saying
politician is going to take that stance?
I'm not saying
I'm going to make the argument. How do you know it's going to be small? Because if you look at the curves, it's going up.
100%.
So-
I'm not saying it isn't, but like every year, how many? 36,000 people die of the flu every year, right?
Sure.
I think
But
that's.
here's the
I think on
difference.
average, why don't we quarantine?
I think we're
why?
quickly.
Because we have a vaccine.
But people
Yeah.
still
And
die.
the people that are dying from the flu, and I don't want to make a statement that I'm not entirely
Do
sure.
we know the
but
death toll right now, like globally?
I can look. I know it's over 1 million.
On COVID?
I've been following it. I'm sorry. I said
Not
that.
a million.
The
I was about to
infection,
say,
the
whoa.
infection rate.
Yeah,
is
the
over
infection
1
rate
million.
for
I said
sure,
wrong
but death rate, I think it's only like
Pretty sure right now we're still at less than 10,000.
no. I thought it was higher than that. Maybe
No.
right.
thing. No.
It's less than
Wow.
10,000.
All right, so we're at 1,098,434 infected.
Out of 8 billion.
59,000.
I was gonna say I thought it was close to
deaths.
60,000.
There
60,000
are
deaths.
over 220,000 people that have recovered, so that is proof that
That's good.
there is potential to survive this for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean
I mean, it could be
60,000
better,
people,
but, like-
dude.
And also,
Yes.
that's only reported ones. I'm okay.
It is, but
I don't want to come off as that guy who's just like, yeah, man, like screw this Corona shit. It ain't no
China
different
definitely
than
lied.
China definitely lied, but that's been proven now. But all I'm saying is a theoretical conversation on when does a disease of this magnitude no longer justify the grounds of halting societal life.
when we
The-
find a vaccine to deal with it that can keep the majority of people, and we can create herd immunity where most people aren't going to be transmitting the disease
Right.
in
Okay.
an active manner. That's really key.
That's
Once-
a good answer.
And the scientific community, and I know this because I'm a part of it, is trying to do everything they can to get on top
Oh,
of this.
100%.
It's just hard, man. It's really hard
I'm-
to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, I'm not claiming it's not.
Wasn't
That
saying
was the
you were.
only question I was trying to propose. It's like when does that line be crossed?
Small, would you like to explain to our viewers what your background is in light or in
Yeah, this
relatively to all this, like kind of the things that you've been doing, just to give them an idea
Genius.
of what you've been
No,
working
no.
on, what your schooling is.
Yeah, I mean, in short, I'm certainly no expert. I studied cellular and molecular biology in college, and I spent a lot of years
The
working
University
in-
of Michigan.
Yeah, working in
Go
research
baby.
labs. So right now, what I do for a living is I work as a mix of like a laboratory tech, and then also like doing bench research at the university in molecular biology. And like Monday, I met with some of the faculty there, and we were discussing the disease and the complications of it. And I mean, the vibe is this is just new. This is different. This is a tough illness, and we don't have answers that we need right now. And so the best
Yeah.
thing we can do is try to just be precautionary in everything that we do.
Right. And it's, from your standpoint, it's got to be one, absolutely fascinating, and two, absolutely terrifying. Because generally speaking, in a lot of medical situations, we generally have some, at least an idea of how to approach certain things. And I understand that now, like, there might be a bit of an idea, but it's so just up in the air still.
You got to
Yeah.
get it right. You can't
exactly.
give people a bad vaccine. That doesn't
So
help.
it's got to be one, eye-opening, and two, just like the magnitude of it's got to be just overwhelming.
It's huge.
But it's also been really inspiring to see how our country, both and like the scientific community, and
Globally,
the
dude.
whole globe
Yeah.
has really tried to come together and work together, and that's
Yeah.
I like that.
What I saw today, Robert Kraft, owner of the 6-time world champion New
Big
England
Patriots,
Patriots
guy.
fan.
Let it be known. If you didn't already know, let it be known.
Tom Brady's in Tampa.
Go Bucks.
You know, we don't need to talk about where my former quarterback
Guarantee
went.
right now, Tim in his head is thinking, if Tom
Nah.
Brady did not leave the Patriots, coronavirus wouldn't exist.
I mean, there's potential. But he donated 300,000 masks to
Yep.
New York City
Truly.
and 900,000 to the Boston, Massachusetts area. We're seeing a lot of people step up.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those, I'm not going to get too far down this road, but it's cool to see people who make a lot of money stepping up in doing stuff like
Yeah,
this.
what,
I
Zuckerberg
think
just donated $25 million.
Yeah,
I mean, Robert Kraft, shout out to him. Like, that's
the way that our society is set up in this capitalistic system. It's important that charity, if we want to have these social safety nets, charity is very important. I think COVID-19, for maybe the first time in a while, we're starting to see.
it's shedding real light on that.
Yeah, we're starting to see people actually making a difference. So it's very cool. So props to all those who are donating and all those who are doing the correct steps to make sure their community stays safe.
Yeah, no, I know I definitely give you crap about being a big Patriots fan. That's mainly just because they win a lot, and I like to give you hell when I can. But no, the Kraft family definitely stepped up big, and doing all that was something that cannot be. You can't shit on that in any way, shape, or form. That is just truly patriotic to the very core of what it means. So, shout out to them.
Yeah. Kyle, you having fun?
So, we having technical difficulties here?
No, we're all good.
We good?
We're all good, yeah.
Beauty.
Beauty.
Yeah, it's crazy though. I just want to make it known. We hope everyone's staying safe out there.
Yeah, I mean,
Take care of your
common
elders,
sense,
y'all.
I think, goes a long way.
Yeah,
So if you
100%.
think something might be questionable, maybe give it a second thought. Just, be cautious of washing your hands, maintain the social distance, maybe keep some, if you're going out and about, you're going places, keep some disinfecting wipes in your car, wipe your hands with it, whatever it may be. I know it sounds stupid, but if you're pumping gas, think about how many people touch that gas handle. So just the little things, and then when you get home, if you were out and about, wash your hands, keep your family safe. I know me personally, I have a family member who has a pre-existing condition, has a compromised immune system, so I try and be on my toes when it comes to keeping my hands clean, and just, little things like that go a long way. So during a time like this, let's be smart.
Yeah, and first and foremost, don't listen to anything we say. That's official.
We
don't really
know
know what we're talking
Maybe
about.
don't not listen to anything we say, but take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
Understand that there's a
exactly.
little bit of comedic humor behind a lot of it. Because you can't shoot the shit and not be funny.
Yeah, especially a couple beers deep.
100%. I can't be anything serious a couple beers deep.
So Corona's going on, and that's kind of stifling. That's kind of what the world's been centering around.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's other stuff going on
Hey.
right now. We've got the lack of NCAA tournament play.
That's annoying.
That blows.
A little upset about it.
I love March Madness.
Not that Michigan. I think Michigan could have had the potential to make a decent run, but I think I would have been let down because the Maize and Blue loved to let me down.
Yeah, they definitely love to let us down. But the thing about this year's tournament, college basketball specifically, is there was zero clear frontrunner.
Yeah, that's the
Any
thing. No, 100%.
single team that made that tournament,
Right.
other than Michigan State or Ohio State, could have won the tourney. And granted, they probably could. But
they're both sitting there like, yeah, how many times we beat you guys this season?
yeah, well,
Not that I want to
we
admit
beat
that, but I feel like
State.
I'm obligated
We
to.
beat
just for
State
the
as many
sake
times as they beat us. And we should have beat Ohio State if it wasn't for that terrible flagrant
There's a difference
call.
between should have and did.
Well, it was the worst flagrant call I've ever seen. Xavier Simpson was falling out.
And
of bounds.
JT was short, but
Ah, dude, why do you have to bring that up?
because you're making a point that is not validated.
It's pretty fair. But anyways, anyone
Tough
could have won.
out.
It would have been a very awesome tournament, and I think probably the best in years. It would have just been cool. There's a lot of parity. And
I agree with
throughout.
that. I think you make a good point,
Yeah.
being that there's no clear front runner and the amount of talent that's dispersed throughout the league as of this season. It would have been
Dude,
a great
The
tournament.
Big Ten alone had 10 to 11 tournaments.
Watching
That's
Northwestern,
insane.
excuse me,
I was
not
gonna say, the
Northwestern,
one team
North
that was
Carolina. I mean, they started to rebound here towards the second half of the season.
They weren't making the tourney.
Really?
No,
No.
Not a
Jeez,
chance.
that blows my mind. That's what stuff
Could
like
you-
that just.
just for me.
Makes me kinda
what
happy.
North Carolina's basketball record was this year? Shit, maybe they may have made the tournament.
I thought they were making a second half season like a rebound. They had a couple key wins.
I thought they were still on the verge of a losing record. Someone who
They're a
started-
young team though.
Yeah, Cole Anthony's gone. Could be a top 10 pick.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, 14 and 19.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude, they weren't making
Yeah.
the tournament.
Nice.
What's up with that? They always do such
What
a
about
great job.
Duke?
Duke would have
Kansas
been
was number one at one point.
Kansas, Baylor, and
Right.
Duke would
Yeah,
have been
dude,
my
Baylor was going
prohibitive
off.
favorites.
Baylor was playing one
Duke-
hell.
Duke has Cassius Stanley. And I don't know if anyone knows who that is.
Imagine how
High
these programs
flyer.
feel. Imagine how Baylor feels right now. They showed up with this awesome team,
I still don't think Baylor would have made that deep of a run.
but at the end of the day, they're having a hell of a season.
Yeah.
You want to obviously see how far. I mean, March Madness is all anybody cares about.
You know what's funny? I don't know if anyone remembers this. But I want to say 5 or 6 years ago, Baylor got upset in the tournament by like a Cinderella team. And there was this dude who pretty much it was a final second miss, and the other team got the an offensive rebound and put it back up and in to win the game. And they had the big man of Baylor who lost at the podium.
I'm curious about this. Can you look this up?
Yeah.
Baylor loses.
Just Baylor rebound. I think that clip went viral for a while.
Oh,
right?
dude,
Like
yeah.
it was definitely one of those
Floating around Twitter for a couple months.
Yeah.
100%.
If I'm pretty sure it was Baylor. Is that
actually, I
found
got
it?
the video. I can play it right now.
But
How does Baylor get out-rebounded by Yale? How's that happen?
Are you directing that towards anyone?
Gentleman who just talked about getting out-rebounded. He had the stat sheet.
it was Yale.
Sorry.
Sorry?
You said how do they
Yeah,
have they have
when
more
you
rebounds
said
than
to
us?
get out-rebounded, I was surprised. You did. 36-32. How does Yale out-rebound Baylor?
You go up and grab the ball off the rim when it comes off, and then you grab it with 2 hands. Then you come down with it, and that's considered a rebound. So they got more of those than we did.
I got to imagine
Dude.
being a player, getting asked that question. You're just like, dude, what the fuck?
I'm pretty sure that was that Baylor team that was pretty stacked too. That had Perry Jones III, who I thought was going to be an NBA baller. I'm pretty sure he's just playing overseas. But they had a squad and they lost to Yale. Anytime you're a Big 12 school that loses to Yale
You're having
in
a
the
bad time.
tournament, you're pissed
Had
off.
that.
And could you? I mean, dude, if someone interviewed me after losing an intramural game, I'm like, shut up. Like that game sucked.
Dude, anybody could talk to you after any kind of practice or interview game. Just be like, bro, fuck you.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I get it. It's their job, but I mean, shouts out to that dude because he had a great way of showing that he was pissed off without being rude about it.
Yeah,
I don't
without
think
just
I
being
had
just-
that composure.
Like, he asked me about a rebound, told him exactly what it was, and called it a day.
That's beautiful. But yeah, like I said, those are those moments. Unlike, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Trey Burke against Kansas.
Yep.
I love Jordan Poole against Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Those moments.
Dude, that shot was unreal.
Florida Gulf Coast.
Splash.
Don't
Yeah.
see, like
Splash.
Is
it's
there about the playoff game, the Trey Burke?
I'm talking about, well, I was referencing the Jordan Poole one.
Oh, okay.
That leg kick for the game winner, and they ran down the court like crazy, and everybody was just like, bye.
I don't remember that Houston dude. He had the man bun.
Yeah.
He was good.
He
dude.
was good.
He got buckets.
Head
I'm not
handles
even
for
gonna lie.
sure.
He was really good, and we probably deserved to lose that game. But anyways, we won and went to the Final Four. But we're not going to see that this year, and that sucks. College football. Kirk Herbstreit's out here saying that, he doesn't see NCAA football being played this year, and that
So that breaks my heart.
sucks.
Because
That sucks.
it's one of my favorite times of the year, man. There's just something about it, especially
The
like,
best time of the year.
dude, football season. It represents just such a vivid memory for me. Like every
It's the
single time.
best.
Yeah, it's like fall. Colors
Bro,
change.
what?
Gets a little bit more crisp in the air. Next thing you know, you wake up at 7:30 in the morning. What's playing in the background? Fight song. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Tailgate season.
Wake up in the
Bang.
apartment.
Bloody
ready
Marys.
to go.
A little bit of coffee and
Coffee and
Baileys.
Baileys.
Next thing you
Yeah.
know, you're chugging pippers like it's nobody's business.
Dude, there is something about the 10 a.m. air when you're finally getting set into your tailgate
Yep.
at a Michigan football game.
100%.
It's the best. You know what?
Get the planes flying overhead.
I'm not even going to say
Grilling out.
just Michigan. I'm going to say
Any college football.
college football.
There's something
You
about the
don't get that?
nostalgia and history of some of these programs that truly makes college football something
It's so
iconically
cool.
special, greater than any other game or any other
Any
sporting
other
event
sport
atmosphere
is-
in the world.
It's
If
crazy.
if I may say, in the world.
Yeah.
It is,
I mean, personally, that's our opinion.
yeah, but then again,
But your
100%.
opinion, if it's not college football, sucks.
Straight
So I'm just coming at it.
college
like that.
football is the shit. And
I'm not
that's
saying other
final
sports
fact.
aren't cool. But
Engraved in
college
gold.
football's cooler.
Engraved in gold.
Yeah.
It's a thing. It's here to stay. I'm all about it.
I mean,
But coronavirus is maybe just kind of sitting here like, tough.
yeah, it's out here giving us.
So here's what I'm
troubles.
saying, Tim. If college football gets canceled, I understand that we got to be creative with our time. What do we do?
I think
What
Ooh.
takes the place of college football on Saturdays instead of football?
I mean there's a bunch of different options.
It's like a brisk Saturday morning in mid-October, Michigan. What are we doing?
dude, I don't even want to think this far ahead.
Let's go camping.
I'm so down for some camping. So down for some fishing.
What?
I don't know, man.
Boat days.
I'm just trying to
Boat days
prepare
are past,
myself.
can be
Little
past.
Brokeback Mountain.
I don't know about you guys. Listen.
What did you just say?
How many
I heard what you
mountains?
said earlier in this podcast.
Hey.
How many mountains
Chill,
do you
chill.
know about in Michigan aside from ski hills?
I don't know what this kid's talking about. I wasn't paying attention. What did he say?
Something about a mountain.
Brokeback Mountain.
Oh.
Oh Jesus, Nick.
That's
what you said.
That was supposed to be in and out. We were supposed to
Insert-
come back to it.
Insert clip of Nick Hovey's latest Instagram picture.
Oof.
What is my Instagram
Use
picture?
that tape.
Oh, I'm wearing a cowboy hat. Oh, Nelly boys.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a bad time with that one.
But no, I think the one positive we could take from this coronavirus situation is we got time now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, whether
Make
you're
ourselves
working,
better.
whether you're working
As a-
from home
as a society.
or not working at all right now or doing school from home. I mean, we got time to work on ourselves. We
That's what I'm
can
saying.
enjoy.
Self-improvement. I think this is a good time for everybody to take some time and evaluate. What can I do better?
Yeah.
How can I be better?
You can go
How
out,
can I get more involved?
get your
It's a thing.
don't get too involved right now. Let's keep
Well,
our
you
distance.
can get involved in other ways without being in
Yeah,
contact
yeah,
with people.
no,
Come on,
I'm
let's
giving
be
you a hard
creative.
time. I'm giving you a hard time, but we could definitely, just find some new outdoor hobbies that you like. Go climb I climbed a tree today. It was awesome. It was like I'm not even lying. I got up there.
This tree was already falling over.
It was like 3/4 falling.
Literally
over.
saw a picture of it. It was falling over.
No, it was
Lying.
at least. I was at least 12 to 15 feet in the air.
I literally have it
100%, I'm
screenshot
sure,
and we're posting it. in the
No,
video.
dude, you can. I've got a video from the top of it. I'm not even joking.
I got a
promise you it's
video.
at
I got
least
a
12
picture of him taking a video.
about
from the top.
about double my height, and I'm not gonna lie. I got up there. I just felt good.
Wait, so you're telling
Double
me...
your height. He's 6 foot.
So I said it's
That
12
makes
to
sense.
15
You said 12 to
feet.
15. I did plug
Stupid.
those numbers.
He definitely
too.
said 15 to 20.
I
No, he
said
didn't.
12 to
No,
feet.
no, he
12 to
didn't.
15.
20.
Nick, it's on video.
Kids, you're wrong.
No, in the Snapchat that he sent immediately
15,
after.
I said 15 to 20.
I was like, what is this, maybe
I'm
8
now
feet? And
realizing-
he goes, nah, 15 to 20.
I'm saying I would be
He's always
comfortable saying
over-measuring
15.
things.
Always over measuring.
Hey, I saw that wink, bro. What's that about?
You told me?
Yeah, you tell me.
The size of the tree that I.
It's not about the size of the tree.
That I climbed today, but no,
It's
it
about
was,
how much it bends in
No,
the
it
wind.
was okay. Y'all got chill right now. But seriously, like climbing that tree was fun, and we played skeet with a gun.
Tell you what, boys, you know what we need to do? Throw a baseball around.
Yeah, dude, go out, just do some things you used to do as a kid.
Get outside,
I'm not
people.
glad. That's the best way I would put it. Like I said, going out.
I
went
feel
to
like-
Kensington Metro Park and just have fun. Just enjoy the weather. It's beautiful out. You're
Yep.
gonna get that springtime air.
I think this situation can either be really good or really bad for people. Because either, one, you're going to sit in front of a screen, and you're not going to do anything with your time, or you're going to figure it out that this is BS, and let's get outside and do some things. Let's
Yeah.
explore. Let's reevaluate.
Be smart about it. But
100%. Try and do things you haven't done.
like I said, have fun. Go out for a run.
Yeah, exactly.
Challenge yourself. Do some push-ups. On
America,
the run.
we all know we are not the fittest
Maybe
country.
stop and
When's
do
the
some
last time you took
burpees.
some time to get outside and better yourself a little bit? Maybe
Yeah.
go for a run, do a walk, go for a bike ride.
Are you doing that, Tim? You going for a run, some burpees and some push-ups?
Yeah, dude. I actually had a little phase there. Like right when classes started to get canceled or just go online, where I'd run up and around the big house.
It's usually not
And-
the after response you hear after somebody saying, yeah, I had a little phase.
He cut with some slack, jeez.
Dude, this kid, man.
I'm just giving you this
But no, dude, I would run up, and I live about 4 blocks from the big house, and I would take the long way around, go for a run. And when I got into that parking lot with the big house and Chrysler, I'd stop every 30 seconds, do some burpees, and it sucked. It sucked a lot. I was just doing 10 burpees. I did 50 total.
Those are so
Burping from
hard.
throwing up or actual burpees?
Actual
gosh.
burpees.
Okay.
But dude, it sucked.
I remember the video
It
you
was-
sent us.
Yeah, dude.
I still remember
Because
that.
you
were
kicked my
cooking.
ass
Yeah,
and
you were
kicked
like,
my
"Small,
ass
I'm
and
coming for you."
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I haven't been running for a long time, and I'm not with you. I mean, I'm 6'3", 250.
Oh, he came
I'm
out
not-
swinging though, Tom.
I'm not a light
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
but you get a couple beers in, you challenge your boys to a
Smola, I
race.
could definitely beat you in a mile, Tim says. Smola goes, we're running it.
So
There's no
I
way
kept
you
up-
can.
Let's be real.
And he goes, I
I
play
did-
basketball 3 days a week. I can definitely do it.
Let's be real. I kept up better than you thought I would.
For sure. I was
100%.
nervous at the beginning.
But
At
Then
the
I-
But then we turned the
at the
first
beginning.
corner.
then my knees started to hurt a little bit, and I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm using that as a motivation to lose some weight, and I'm going to kick your ass in a mile coming up here. I don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, but it's coming. I'm telling you.
Let's just all be honest here, running sucks.
Yeah, it blows.
Hate it.
Hey, but here's the cool thing.
I'd rather find other ways of doing some cardio to get the heart rate up.
I think there is an intrinsic value to doing something that challenges you like that. Like, it sucks, but the reward system built into our brains,
for sure.
when you get done with that, you're like, yeah, dude, you feel good about yourself. Even though, don't get me wrong, it sucks when you're doing it, but the reward you get post or after the fact.
I think it pertains to every kind of physical activity. Like, you literally start doing something, you push yourself through it, next thing you know, you're done with it, you're like, yes, I did that, and you feel great.
Yeah.
There's like a hormone, maybe like an endorphin effect that you're just like, oh, I'm feeling it.
But I have to imagine that the way humans have been for thousands of years, hunters and scavengers, you know, I feel like it's deeply ingrained into our DNA. There's these, I forgot the word for it. But there's like these reward systems, just reward systems built into our DNA, and I truly believe that. Maybe it's not for everyone, maybe I'm completely out of line, but I feel that.
No, dude, I enjoy the fitness journey personally. I love it. Something I like to do. Yeah. Kills time. Kills at least an hour and a half of your day. You just feel better afterwards.
Yeah, 100%.
Energy's up.
Really do. Yeah.
You literally feel less bad about eating things that you probably shouldn't be eating. Like,
you need to eat.
So
100%. That's the thing. Is like you need to eat, but at the same time too, it's like I love to eat all this stuff that I know is not good for me. So to counterbalance it, I'm gonna push myself a couple times a week and go through a workout just so I can stay fit, stay healthy, take my shirt off, and not feel bad. Like,
have a couple beers now.
Exactly. That's the other thing too. Is I know that because of my my social balances, I tend to have a few beers here and there, and maybe this podcast isn't helping anything. So I like to take the extra steps.
Good. But Kyle, you did some jiu-jitsu for a while there, right? You still doing that?
I have not been able to do it because with my work schedule, I literally can't go at any of the times that it's available.
I feel like that was probably like you're entering into a whole new world over there.
What do you mean?
Like jiu-jitsu, combat sports.
Oh, well, when I was doing it, it was unreal. It was so humbling. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
Like, cardiovascularly, the most intense thing I've ever done in my life. And then, you know, when you have somebody who you don't think would be as athletic as you, literally making you see stars in blackness, like, you're like, all right, wow, this is different. Yeah.
I wanted to join a boxing gym for a while.
Yep, thought about it too. There's one right by where I work, and it's only like, I think it's like $49 a month. It's not bad at all.
That's
because we're shift employees. Like, so we get a discounted rate.
Literally, I don't think that I'm athletic enough at the moment to do it, but I think give me some time to work on it and then get going in it.
You don't have to be athletic to do it.
I feel like I think there's something about boxing though that I personally find intriguing. Like, there's just the strategy behind it all. I mean, you obviously have the great equalizer with the one-hit KO. But I feel like the actual like skill of boxing, pretty sick.
See, I think you're putting it beyond what it needs to be. Like, you can definitely start a boxing class in any type of physical condition. They start you off.
Oh yeah.
So like, you don't need to be walking in there like a total stud or like a total like peak like athlete to go in there and like straight up. Like, nobody knows how to box when you walk in there. I don't care how many UFC videos you watch or think you know. Like, they're gonna teach you technique. You're gonna go in there and just. You're going to learn.
Yeah, I think that's my goal by the time this quarantine thing's over and hopefully get a job after I graduate. You know, this economy ain't looking great.
Yeah.
I think my goal is within the first month of my career job to start in a boxing gym. I just feel like that'd be cool. Because like you said, I might need to get humbled a little bit.
You will be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to get knocked out.
It'll change the way you look at things.
I'm trying
to get knocked out.
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
We can talk after the podcast.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, if you just want to stand there, like, we can make it happen, honestly.
No. Could you? Yeah, you could probably not.
I was going to say, honestly, everybody's got a button, dude. Doesn't matter how big you are. Everybody's got their button. You hit the right button, you're going down like a pile of bricks.
No.
Guaranteed fact.
You're not wrong.
So.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. We'll keep y'all posted.
Smole was in the jiu-jitsu game for a minute. He could probably put a few people on our asses, no problem. He'd just be standing there like, yeah, he's like, that was a bad time, wasn't it?
You guys grappled a little bit there in my apartment. Granted, you were a couple beers deep, but Kyle handed you
Well, Connor was just kind of like, here, do this, this, and this. I'm going to show you what this is all about. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. And he was like, okay, now you're going to do it. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, just do exactly what I did to you.
Kyle
and
flips guard, chokes you out.
God. I was like, Kyle, this is intense. I messed up one of them and ended up kicking him in the side of the head, and he had like a bruised ear for like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
He was like,
You didn't kick his ass?
He didn't actually go full speed on me. He was just showing me stuff.
That's what it's about.
It was a joke.
Yeah. I definitely had a few rug burns because, good lord.
Dude, that carpet in my apartment, I'm about to move out. I don't know if I should try to deep clean that carpet.
The carpet needs to be ripped out, dude.
Or
I guarantee
just
every
or
STD in
I
the
should
book
just
is on it.
Jeez. What makes you say that, Nick?
I would know because
What?
I've slept on that carpet, dude. And I get my ass kicked every time.
Okay, so you just said...
What?
You know what? I'm just going to completely negate that statement. Yeah, anyways, so I've got an apartment downtown.
I might have
Ann Arbor.
hyperbolized with the STD
And,
phrase, but at the same time, too.
He goes, that carpet's got every STD. Trust me, I know. I'd sleep on it. And I was like,
Yeah.
What?
whoa, no.
Oh, no.
But anyways.
I now see the context of the
Thank you.
statement. Oh, no.
But I got this apartment downtown Ann Arbor, and we've had some fun. We've had some good times. Tailgate
it's good
Saturdays.
Great
If
times,
you know,
great
you know.
nights, rough mornings.
Yeah. But the carpet I've had has just been decimated.
It looks like it's
And-
been there since the 70s.
Dude, I think the thing is, I'm pretty sure whether I move out or when I move out, I'm pretty sure they were going to put new carpet in anyways. But I'm trying to decide if
40
they're gonna
years after the fact.
if they're gonna take my security deposit or not.
Dude, Tim, the amount of things we've done to that apartment, they're taking your security
I don't
deposit,
know,
no
dude.
questions
Like we
asked.
did some crazy stuff in it, but it's still
This
there.
looks good, especially when you clean it up.
They're
It's
gonna
not
have to
bad.
put
If I clean it up and
Not bad.
but
They're gonna have
that's
to
what
put
I'm
a whole
saying.
new porch on
Should
that
I get
thing.
some? No, dude. I cleaned the porch off. It's good now. I'm not even joking. The porch is fine.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was horrible.
It was rough, but
We did cut out like a 4x4 section of carpet too, with
Really?
a knife, a steak knife.
allegedly,
Allegedly, yes.
this Gracia.
Who's we?
Him. He got mad.
You started.
Oh my God, Nick.
I did not. I was like, you need to cut
You know what?
this.
You know what? Never mind. We're this. Yeah. So I don't know.
He was
if
like,
I
how do we
should
fix
get-
this? I was like,
Do you
you
think-
need to cut it
Okay,
out.
no. Honest question. Do you think I should pay like $70 and get Stanley Steamer up
no,
in there?
just I'll bring a steam cleaner over. We can go to town.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I have the deep cleaner one, the vacuum.
Yeah, we'll go to town on
You
it.
could do that.
Yeah.
We owe it to that carpet.
Yes.
But the thing is, like, I don't know. We'll see. I got like 2 weeks. Yeah, dude. 2 weeks from now, they're opening up a COVID temporary hospital, like right down the road from me. So I'm trying to move out by then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can do it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
that sounds intense.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Have you
But-
been to Ann Arbor recently?
I mean, I went back to get some clothes like a week ago, but other than that, I've just been chilling here.
So I know that they asked a lot of students to leave. Did
They
people
do.
leave?
We got
actually?
emails like every other day.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so when I think Michigan State was the first school to be like, we're going all online. Michigan waited.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan waited like 3 days later, 2 days after.
Pretty much waited the same amount of time as they did for that Arctic blast that we got like last winter. They were like the last
Michigan's
school
the
to call
worst at closing.
everything.
Yeah.
Dude, you know that was the first time in 35 years they had back-to-back snow days and only the fourth snow day in 30 years.
Really?
Michigan Ann Arbor does not mess around with the snow days.
Wow.
So transfer from Michigan Flint. Michigan Flint's very lax
Dude,
with the
first
snow
time in
days.
school's
'cause it's
history.
commuter school.
Grand Valley took an entire week off.
Yeah, we didn't
More
get
than
that.
2
we
snow days.
We got 2 days. And that's
You got 2 days. We
Yeah,
got
we
an
got 2
entire
days.
week. But then
But-
again, we get that snow belt.
Yeah,
We get hammered.
but the
And we
craziest
get
thing was
hammered.
with this
The
COVID thing, they were like, "All right, well." They sent an email. They're like, "We know other schools around us have closed down, but
this is Michigan."
we're
Exactly.
in the words of Brady Hope, Swaggy B, this is Michigan." And they decided to hold it off for a little bit. And then I think we got the email on Wednesday night saying that classes Thursday and Friday were canceled and that we would start Monday on that. But yeah, they held off for a while there.
How's that online class doing you, bud?
Doesn't do you.
It sucks.
I can imagine.
I'm taking a intensive Spanish course, 8 credits.
Ooh.
No bueno.
Talk dirty to me, bro.
No bueno. It was 4 days a week, 8 a.m. 2 hours, which sucked. Yeah, 8 a.m. to 10:30.
I'm just like
Yeah.
not having a good time.
But I like that a lot more. I'm not gonna lie, I've been slacking with it. Like now, the final we don't have a final. We just have weekly quizzes that account for like 5% of our grade.
It's kind of nice.
The
though.
attendance grade was cut off. Like most of the stuff was cut off at the time, which I'm cool with. And then if I get,
He's like, which I'm not like mad about.
yeah, and we only have live meetings 2 times a week, but you don't even have to. They're recorded, so you can just listen to them whenever. We had a live audio exam yesterday, 2 days ago now. I think that went pretty well. But yeah, it's a lot harder to teach yourself everything, 100%.
I gotta imagine for sure. That's why you should just attend the courses like when they're posted.
No, you can still watch them. Damn.
Maybe that's like so much. he's like, but yeah, with like all the slacking, so it's like way harder to teach
Yeah,
yourself.
thanks, Tony.
That's funny.
I mean, I do well. I'm not doing bad, but also like at the end of the day,
you have a gift. You've always been able to do pretty well at school. I shouldn't even call it a gift.
I just got lucky.
Él es muy inteligente.
I was no bueno at Espanol.
Yeah, it's tough, but I mean, it's cool. There's a lot of resources out there. I think, you know what, I actually heard this on another podcast. So someone was talking about the ramifications of COVID-19. Why are people still paying 35, 40, 50 grand a year, if not more, to log into a Zoom chat, bro? Like, why is that a thing right now?
Cost you that much for company wide, or what's the deal?
I'm talking about for schools.
Oh.
Some student, I mean, thankfully, like I'm paying my way through school, but I got some nice scholarships. But some of these out of
schools
dude
pay it,
at
or-
U of M, some of my like co-students or fellow students, they are paying over 100 grand for international students, and out
to
of state.
use Zoom?
Out of state. No, I'm just talking about the school in general.
Oh, I was like, what?
They're
Oh, I see what you're
out of
saying.
state tuitions like 56 grand.
Yeah.
56 grand,
Shout
and
out
out of
international.
country tuition, like I said, is over 100 grand.
It's insane.
Why? I think people are going to start to realize, like,
I'm
we're
doing this all
learning
from the
this.
comfort of my
Yeah,
home.
I'm doing this all from the comfort of my home
Why do I have to pay?
over a Zoom chat.
Yeah.
This isn't worth. I mean, I don't know how they're doing spring and summer and potentially next fall classes, but how could they charge the same amount? You don't have access to the rec centers. You don't have access to anything. You know, campus dining, libraries. Sure, you have resources like the teachers, but
I think
most teachers are working on their own.
my brother's
shit
kind of
anyway.
going through a lot of this right now, and I think he actually gets a refund. And he was a freshman at university this year, so I'm pretty sure he gets a refund on everything like related to campus dining and housing that he didn't actually use.
That's cool.
And I'm pretty sure the refund though is just like if you're going to be a returning student, it just gets credited to the next semester.
Yeah, dude, I'm not glad. I've had a very interesting college experience. I've gone to two major universities at 3 different campuses, and it's kind of a scam.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not saying it's bad, and I think it's important that a lot of people go, but
I mean,
having learned what I've learned now,
the
like I
cost
don't,
of it is the worst part.
I don't think that I've necessarily come out like if I had to pay full tuition for everything I did, and let's say I don't think I've in the last 4.5 years gained $100,000 worth of debt. Thankfully, that's not what I'm in. But do I think there's a lot of people out there who go to school for 4 years, come out with $100,000 in debt, and don't get that much worth in their education? 100%. You gotta be smart about what you go into, and
100%, yeah.
at 18 years old, it's tough to figure out what you want to do with your life. But I think right now,
Maybe
a lot of
right now is a
people
good
just
time to
assume-
reevaluate.
Yeah, I think right now a lot of society standard is go to college, go to a 4-year university. And there's ways around that to make a good living, find fulfillment. And if you want to go to college, I'm not saying don't go to college at all. But
No,
I
it
think
definitely
that
opens a lot of doors.
Yeah,
It gives you
100%.
opportunities. You start to figure out stuff. But at the end of the day, too, it's like
everything in life's a cost-benefit analysis.
sure.
And you
Depends
need
on what
to,
you wanna
you
do.
need to take that.
Like obviously, if you want to go something like you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a lawyer, or you want to be some type of like
you need that technical
yeah, you
proficiency.
get or an engineer, you gotta get the degree. But there's certain instances where you can do a lot of things that some other degrees Funny,
And
40, 50, 60,
funny story.
$70,000.
True story.
Yeah.
True story. In high school, we did those career path things.
Yeah.
My number one thing was a brewmaster. I'm not even joking. The thing that this said to go to school for was brewmaster. And Western, shout out the Broncos.
Tim's
The
just
first
sitting there
school I
mixing
attended,
fat, and he's just like,
they had the nation's first brewmaster degree.
Wow.
Like the year I went in. Of course, I went into political science, which is useless, but but
talks about people getting useless degrees. He's like, I wouldn't pop that.
it was useless.
Shit.
I mean, yeah,
I'm gonna say this. I'm glad you were able to like call yourself out on that. Not that because I believe it, but because you believe it.
no, 100%. If I would have known what I know now, I would have probably not transferred. I would have graduated in 3 years from Western and been done with my second year of law school right now.
Something about having that block M though on your.
That was the thing is that was my goal. My goal was to graduate from the University of Michigan, and
Yeah.
that's what I'm going to do. So I'm glad I did it.
On your
But-
resume, having that block M? Are you kidding me?
I don't know if it holds that much weight,
I don't
especially
know,
in this
man.
economy.
You guys act like it does. I don't know, man.
I think it definitely does.
Long story short, it was my goal to graduate from Michigan. So I'm glad I did that and accomplished a goal. But there's a lot of other ways to go about it that I have some regrets about, some not. I don't know.
No
It plays
regrets.
out the way it is. But long story short is the cool thing, or the almost cool thing that I should have done is gone into brewmaking, being a brewmaster. Because we would get some great beers like this Dortmunder Gold, which...
Yeah, dude.
Do we know what-
Nonetheless.
Do we know what Dortmunder means, by the way?
Let's find out.
Yeah, Google that.
Because this is saying, yes, it's known for winning medals worldwide, not just in Cleveland, Ohio,
Oh,
but locally it's known
super-
as Dort, our
it's super
flagship
simple.
lager that humbly maintains its smooth balance and charmingly unpretentious ways.
Brewed and bottled by Great Lakes Brewing Company. Fresh taste, please enjoy.
So, according to Wikipedia, Dortmunder means something or something from Dortmund, Germany. But they say that Dortmunder is most commonly used to describe a style of pale lager beer. So,
Okay.
there you go.
So this is just a German lager that's a little
La-
bitter.
Yeah, golden lager.
So to tie this podcast together, this first episode is slightly buzzed. I mean, I think we started off with a solid beer.
I like it.
I don't think it was a knockout of the ballpark. I don't think it was the best beer I've ever had, but also I don't think it's the worst beer I've ever had.
I drink this again I drink this again guaranteed.
Yeah,
I think what
100%.
like I said at the beginning of the show here, never seen it before, caught my eye. It's a Great Lakes Brewing Company beer. I do like Great Lakes Brewing Company. Was like,
Yeah.
I wonder if this is new. Turns out it's been a staple of their collection for quite some time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one of those things that you might not see very often, so I'm glad I picked it up. I'm glad we got to learn a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's cool.
And yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was a pretty big fan of it.
What are you giving this out of 10?
I'm scaling 1 to 10. I think at the end of the day, because like while I said I like a bitter beer is not going to be my go-to every time. But in all respects, I think this beer is easily a 7.3.
7.3.
I'm going to drink this beer pretty much any day of the week, whether or not I buy it or somebody hands it to me. I'm going to be pretty much thrilled about having that beer in my hand and sipping on it. So I definitely like the flavor profile. Like I said, bitter beers are kind of, something that I enjoy time and time again. I think this one really creates a palatable taste that you really don't get sick of.
Okay. What about you, Kyle?
I'm going to give it a 7. I think it's really good. It's
Yeah.
probably one of the best lagers I've ever had, but I just want to make sure that when I do give a high rating, it's for a
Good reason.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to say if you like lagers, you should give this one a try if you haven't had a chance to drink it with us already.
I think he makes a good point.
It
You
was,
do
it
like
was good.
lagers. Give it a go.
See, yeah, I'm going to stay kind of consistent with what you said. Earlier, I want to say that I said the best lager can be like a 7.5 and the worst can be like a 5.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this at like a 6.3, 6.4. 6.3. I liked it. It was good. Good drink of beer. Do I think it's anything special? No. Do I think it's anything bad? No.
This gold medal on the front begs the different tip.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say, but it's
like I
it's a
said,
winner.
we like beer. We might not have the most refined.
It's kind of weird that they
palate.
didn't say that it
Yeah.
pairs well with like a chicken dinner. Because like
I think we said chicken. He 100% chicken.
We said
Did you?
fish and
You said chicken?
It's kind of
Oh,
like a white
perfect.
wine.
But-
For some reason, fish stood out to me, and a few other things like salad, fish dinner.
I feel like this would suck with a salad. Personally, I don't know.
Try
Well,
it with a salad with some
I guess
fish.
I only like Greek salad and chicken Caesar salad. Really.
Well, chicken.
It feels like this would be the beer for that.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
don't
say
know, maybe-
chicken and salad.
Honestly,
Just
I
two
think-
things there.
I think this beer is kind of exactly what we've done. This is what it's meant for. Just
Okay.
kind of drinking, trying it out.
Social events.
Do I think I would be able to sit down and have a 6-pack at like a bonfire?
Yes.
I don't think I would want. I could, but like,
I think I would love
do I think I would? I would pay. This can make me sound shit. I would take like a 6-pack of Labatt's over this at a bonfire.
Well, I'm gonna put it this way: if you're picking up just a 6-pack of Labatt, you're an asshole.
You're the biggest CBL smooth
sorry.
guy. No,
Yeah,
see
because
any
I always
sixes?
pick up a
Do you see
15
any
to
sixes
24. I
like
But
that?
you
share.
know what? Okay, do
I
you
caught
understand
that,
what
I
I'm
caught
saying?
that.
If I'm picking up Labatt's, I'm sharing. If I'm
Okay,
picking up
yeah.
a 6-pack of something, it's for me.
Yeah. Okay. Would you pick this up specifically for a bonfire?
Depends on the bonfire I'm going to. If I'm hosting the bonfire, no. If I'm going to a bonfire, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see. But that's the difference.
If I'm
between
hosting
me
a
and you.
bonfire, I'm
I'm
grabbing
glad
a
you like this
24-pack
beer.
of CBL.
I'm glad you
Smooth
like this
baby.
beer. I'm happy you like this beer, and I like
I
it
do
too.
like it a lot.
I don't think it's at the top of my list.
That's totally fine. That's why we
Yeah,
do these
cool.
things.
Hey, you know what? This brings up an interesting idea to me. We all have different things that we prefer.
Yeah.
And that's why I also really am glad that we're trying new things, and hopefully people listening can try new stuff too. Because what might be great to one of us may be bad to another, and the opposite can
Yeah.
be true.
So I think from here on out, we're gonna try to release the beer that we're drinking on the show a day before it drops.
So,
Is that the plan?
yep. So you guys can expect to see this on the gram here. I know
Yeah.
it's a little late, but we'll post it. Well, actually, at this point, it might not be late.
Yeah.
We
Y'all
can
don't
post it
even
before we
know.
post the video.
We have been grinding back here. We have been going at it.
Yeah, we've been
Unsuccessfully.
doing the damn thing. But hey,
But
you gotta
pretty
work out the kinks
successfully.
first, right?
Yeah,
Stretch it out, limber up.
We're
You
getting.
ever seen a lion take down a gazelle?
I saw.
Turns
Tiger
out we're not
King.
lions. We gotta limber up first.
I'm not the most limber guy, but yeah. So we'll let you know what we're drinking before we release it, so you guys can follow along with us.
Yeah, 100%.
Kick back, enjoy a 6-pack with the boys during this quarantine period. Bring some joy to your life.
Yep.
Bring some booze to your life. Bring a little something special.
For sure.
You know.
But the wise words of Ricky Bobby: "If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you."
Yeah. And I think that's a wrap.
I think that's a wrap.
It's a wrap on episode.
Cheers, ladies and
Kyle, you got
gents.
anything else to say about the beer real quick?
I don't have much to say. I had a great time with you guys tonight. This
Hell
was
yeah,
fun.
brother.
That show's a
Cheers.
little premature. I don't know how I feel about that, but like,
Hey, cheers to that. Cheers to that, boys.
Cheers, y'all. Have a
Hey,
good
we'll catch
evening.
y'all in episode 2.
6 feet apart. Don't forget, y'all.
Someone took a grapefruit, wore it like a hat. I saw someone under my kitchen table talking.
Aye.